costume. Yeah, it looks so cool.
He's super fun, super good.
Super
Super
well
made.
Tyler,
Huh?
do you have a cold open planned?
I do not.
Can I suggest one?
Sure.
It's a little unconventional, okay?
Okay.
But so Aiden asked me to do nice photos of this guy in poses for him, and I made a video for it. Like I did one of those action figure like Chad videos where they pose it and they like put it up to the camera. Can I send it to you so you can watch it?
Okay.
You can't use the song though. The song wouldn't work.
You don't tell me what I can or can't do, bitch.
No, I'm
It's
just
only
saying
7 seconds long. I don't know.
it's gonna get copyrighted.
We'll
Are these
find
videos
out.
monetized?
It would be worth
It's
it.
absolutely Oh, it's not monetized. No.
Okay.
Hey, you have a beautiful smile.
That's mean of that bottle to lie to you.
Yeah, I can tell you the truth. I wish
mean of the
bottles
camera
could
to give me like
How do you look-
corpse lighting.
Why do you look like that?
Oh my god.
I told Thatch the video actually looked really good. Like,
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Rad, but he spank me when I get bad. I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive. I'm in New York, Madison Ave. I'm a Barbie girl.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's epic.
You don't need to
actually
put it,
is.
but I think it'd be funny.
That's
I think it'd be-
that's how I pose. That's how I pose my figures. I mean, it's a normal reel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I wish you had waited to talk about the figure during our epic show and tell section, but that's okay.
Oh, I was just gonna be like, oh, I found it.
Talk
No,
about it,
yeah. That was just mentioning about like, hey, when you get them, this head's not gonna work with this. So it's only
No,
for
it's
like.
fine. It's
you
just
know.
the whole structure is ruined, but it's whatever.
No, it's
Yeah, but
not.
not the actual
Brayden gets a
cold
real
I'm
open.
stick up
kidding,
his ass
I'm
about the
kidding.
structure.
I'm kidding. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Well,
Oh,
well, I got a show and tell. Obviously, I think you guys
Maybe
know
it's
what-
Well, we're not there yet. Fuck. All
I know, I'm
right.
just saying-
I hope you enjoyed that video that I probably replaced the music on. Welcome to the All Things Geek podcast. My name is Tyler, also known as Brian Kasai, joined by the man whose name starts with a B.
Braden or Renzolian.
The man whose name starts with an A.
Aiden.
The man whose name starts with a T.
Patchman.
All right. Hello, boys. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys, how we doing today?
All Things Geek podcast launching into 2025. Here we go. Yeah, let's do it.
Did we already do it?
Our
Yeah.
third of the year.
Better.
This is the first
We're
one.
still
though.
celebrating.
Well, this is the furthest we're in it.
Still launching into the year.
We are still in the process of launching.
Drinking beer.
Mhm. Speaking of launching, you guys got anything to show and tell about? New
Oh, Mama's
gifts?
calling. Someone else go first.
Oh my
That should go first.
god.
You saw a teaser.
Not my
I'm not
fault.
gonna say much about it because Braden's really nervous about the structure or whatever.
Yeah.
But I got this black suit Spider-Man from the Secret Wars wave. He came with this shield right here, which is funny because it makes Peter Parker look like he has weird skull face because of the way the eyes are.
Looks like he's got like a really bad tan, and he had like sunglasses on.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. So you can
Just
have
like
him post the iconic
Yes, the
Secret Wars
lenses.
shield.
You gotta tan through the lenses.
Yep. I wish it like had studs on it so they could stand on it or something.
Yeah.
But,
That from
But,
like straight down on.
yes. But anyway, he's really good. He's on the new body, which is my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man body. Don't at me. I don't care about Renew Your Vows. You can eat my ass. I don't think he replaces the last Spider-Man that they did for the retro wave because you can't actually swap the heads between the two without having serious bobblehead syndrome. And that figure still really stands. Like a lot of people are like, I don't really need this one because I got that one, and I do not blame you. But I wanted one to fiddle with and one not to, and so I figured I'd get this new figure, and one of the two would be the new fiddle figure, one of them would be the new shelf figure, and it turned out this guy. So he's got a cool Web of Shadows head. He's really angry, and he's got triangles, and there you go. He's a go figure. Yippee!
I have the cell shaded one, and I have not touched that one at all. It's cool. It's one of the better ones, but I don't know. I never had a reason to touch it. I got something this week that I've been looking forward to. But I don't know. I've been like a Superman kick, but. Yeah, I got Superman from McFarlane Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool, and there he goes.
Really cool,
I think
Broken.
he comes with a badass card. This actually is one of the best cards they made. So, like, yeah, little bio like they include. And he comes with a bunch of different hands for posing accessories. He's got a finger pointing one to blame you, and one with a piece of kryptonite. Yeah, exactly like that. Like this.
Ew, what is he doing with that?
Yeah.
That looks like it's going
actively killing him, and he's just cupping it like this.
When he's in the Fortress of Solitude, when he inserts it into his whole like, yeah, I don't know what you call that. It's like his D setup. And then for whatever reason, we got two different head sculpts. This is like the Superman 3 like drunk one, and I don't really like it. It's very grizzled there. I don't plan on using this at all. The hair's nice. But,
well, I think it's because they did Evil Superman as the variant.
Yeah. So I mean, they made the other one as a variant with that head. So why do you include it with? I'm not gonna put it on this one. Anyway, it's fine.
Man.
I mean, I have it, I guess. Creature Superman he's good. He's not great or outstanding. The head sculpt, pretty well done. It's not. I don't know. I'm still
Looks
like looking
better
at
than the CGI in the Flash movie.
Yes, it does. I think anything
job,
does.
McFarlane.
Anything does. Yeah, it looks more like Mr. Reeve. When you have it like far away from you, it looks just like him. But when you get up close, you're like, oh, that's a little uncanny. But they actually did.
Turns into a bit of a wax statue.
Yeah, it's more like a wax statue at that. I think it's a perfect.
They need to do face print. They still refuse to do it.
Yeah,
they need to do it
because they got the eyes down so well. They're printed magnificently. Like I think it's like the best I've seen in like DC multiverse figures. But and the head sculpt's good. It's not. It's good enough for me. You know, it's like we're having to buy like the NECA figure or a Mezco where it's like you're spending over $100 or close to $100 on it. The best part about the figure is the wire cape. It is so much fun. It's better than the Batman one for me, honestly, because that's the only other figure I've had with a wire cape. They got the S in the back there. It looks like it was just heated on and throw it on there, but it's fine. You're not doing really crazy poses with Christopher Reeve Superman, honestly. So this is pretty neutral one, but like having it with posing the cape, fine. He's got toe joints, but just always unnecessary. The middle ab part is a little bit off for him, so it's kind of like lopsided most times. I don't know if it's or not. I try to put it back, and it doesn't want to stay, so it just keeps going to the side sometimes. So that's a bit of a pain, but yeah. Superman because I've been reading All Star Superman, and that book is phenomenal. I highly recommend it.
Quite nice.
It's really good, really emotional, really awesome though. It's like Superman's best of moments in a way, but in one story. But yeah, I'm glad I got him. I really like him, and yeah, it's definitely like a main piece in my collection. Having a tremendous, this is like when I think of Superman, it's always Christopher Reeve. So yeah.
All right.
He looks great. I really want to get him. I just am saving up.
Yeah, if you have the chance, I'm sure. What? What do you do? Yeah.
Ridiculous.
My turn?
Braden, you got anything to show?
Yeah, your turn.
I got stuff. It's way less cool than what these guys got. You got Spider-Man and Superman, the classic characters of media.
Yeah.
And you can argue this guy.
Nice taint. That taint inspires children around the world. So does that one.
I don't know about this one.
I don't know about that one.
The Jackson.
I don't know if Homer Simpson inspires anybody.
Whose white balance is all fucked up right now.
It's
I
just your
apologize.
white balance.
I know, but like
the figures, the rest of the world's normal around Braden, but the white balance of the.
there we go.
All right as fuck.
Got this for a video. That's all I can really say. He's he's got a decent amount of articulation, all things considered. You can do some crazy shit with him. I will say it's giving like uncanny like 3D video game vibes, and I hate it. Like this is straight out of Hit and Run. It just feels like seeing a Simpsons character or a Family Guy character in 3D always looks fucking weird, no matter what. And this is no exception. He just looks scary. He's also got like some shit on the side of his head. I don't know. You definitely cannot see that, but he's got like some weird shit on the side of his head. So, I mean, he's whatever. He came with a box of donuts, I suppose. So you can
Donuts.
Okay, and then less exciting, depending on who you are, is guess what? Another Ninjago dragon. Wow, what a surprise!
This wall.
New one?
No, this one's cool. Yeah, this guy's cool. He released last year, obviously, but I think it was the summer wave.
Yeah.
He's a little guy. He's a little cute little guy. He's one of the better ones. Ryu is his name.
I think it is.
Racist
One of
is
the
your name?
Ryu. People hate this set because he's got a big nothing under his jaw, which you're not gonna see a lot of the time. So I don't know what the big deal is.
Unless he's flying like a dragon.
Yeah, but like, it's not the end of the world. I don't know. People.
Just
Yeah, but people are complaining about dumb shit.
Just saying.
You can do this though. You can do this. You can go.
Yeah, but it's Ninjago. It's a little baby dragon.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
It's kind of cringe.
No, he's cool. These are new wing pieces, actually.
Actually. Well, I got some stuff to show and talk about. I got 2 clone troopers from Big Bad Toy Store from Fallen Order. These guys are pretty cool. They're on the old clone body, so they don't have bicep swivels, and the shoulder pads aren't as good as the 2023 clone body, but they're still pretty fun, and they were like $17 a pop, so
Nice.
good deal.
Not bad deal.
Good get.
Yeah.
I just assumed I was done. It's okay.
Were you not?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well, what the fuck?
What's the problem?
Yeah,
I
shut up.
I didn't show them figures, but nobody
You
cares.
just said you were done.
Did I?
Yeah, you literally just did.
You said I was.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
Brady,
Show
what are
your
you drinking?
minifigures then.
Having his like
He's
edgy
drunk.
anime.
He's just already drunk.
Having his edgy
What are you
anime.
drinking?
It's just
I
soda,
guess I'm
but-
done as he drinks his beer.
Yeah, guys sitting over there fucking talking about how much he wants to kill me. Like
There's some
Light
dumb
me in his
shit.
head.
No, go ahead. Sorry, Ty, I didn't mean to-
minifigures, go. Minifigures. You want
No,
to
they
complain
suck.
so much.
No, I showed them already. I was joking.
No, you didn't.
When you started talking about the troopers, I went, "Look at these
I
guys."
wasn't looking.
That's it. Yeah,
Show
it doesn't
again.
matter. You
Do it
don't.
again. Do it
Okay.
again. Do it again.
Okay, we've got yellow guy. Who cares?
woman?
I don't.
Aaron!
No. Is his name Aaron? His name's
It is
Aaron. I guess. So here's the thing. I don't know any of these characters at all.
What is
Aaron,
that?
I guess.
They made a real.
It's a weird like. It's a weird scythe.
Is
It's
it
got a
One
dragon.
Piece?
It's One Piece.
Oh, weird.
Ninjago does a lot of these just One Piece. We've got techno hyper cool girl,
Oh, it's your favorite.
golden Bucky arm.
That's the
It's
real
my
reason you
babe.
bought this set. Does she
Yeah.
have arm printing on her left arm?
Yes, on the golden one. She's got
That's
some
kind of cool.
Bucky
Why is she have
ass
fucking anime
cat
like
ears,
yeah, like
headphones.
gamer,
Don't
gamer
know.
girl
She's a
cat ear
streamer. She's a
headphones?
fucking streamer. And then we've got probably the coolest one of the set for me is the blue fucking
Oh, the
dog
Wolfpack
man.
dude.
He got
That's
that
kinda
dog
cool.
in him.
Is that a mask? You take there's a head
Yes.
underneath. Oh,
Yes.
cool! Wow.
Is that the Chima guy?
No, it is not the Chima guy. The Chima guy is an actual dog.
Yeah, I think this guy's just dressed up. Yeah, look, he's got like
He's got, like,
I mean,
hair
it's
on the
cool.
back or something.
he's like one of the Mr. Negative guys.
It's like a mask. It's like it's part of the mask.
Oh.
One of the inner
Is that
demons.
is that a new Kopesh or is that the one from
That's the
Pharaoh's?
same one as Pharaoh's Quest, I think.
Does the Kopesh have a little notch on the end there? You see
Yeah,
that?
I think it is.
Okay, so that's the
Yeah.
same one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's cool. That piece is
They're
so
cool.
old now. I can't believe
I
that.
didn't think you guys would actually care about these. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Back to you, Ty.
Alright, well, we talked about it.
Well, sorry, you made it sound like you were done.
No, it's all good. All good.
Clones. All right, they're done.
Actually,
Also-
I have minifigures I want to talk about. Hold on.
Okay,
I got a
alright.
few. want to talk about.
This episode's gone fucking awry already.
That's what I want to talk about.
The structure is all off.
The structure's fucked
No,
up.
I'm kidding.
Guys, I want to talk about this little turtle. Actually, I got this little turtle.
Is that thing alive?
He's look at his little turtle. Oh, it's so weird.
It's his tail and his penis and his butthole all at once.
Like the TMNT.
Where's Aiden going? He's just walking along.
TMNT.
You guys think people would like watching our podcast if we were just like,
What's going on?
Hey, guys!
back to the
I was going to get something else, but I'm like,
It's
this bit's over. This bit's over.
It's over.
Welcome to the
It's
Doomcast,
over.
guys.
All right.
It's over.
It's over.
So
What else did you get, Ty?
I got a couple other figures. First, I finished a custom. I'll talk about this first because it's simpler. I got a little scarf for Copy Robot. He's pissed off. He's mad. So he's
not doing so hot.
He can go try to kill Mega Man and fail and die.
Copycat.
Terrorist.
He is. He doesn't even have a name. How do you think he feels? He's just called Copy Robot. He's not even called Copy Mega Man.
He's perpetually pissed off.
Yeah,
Because
his
he doesn't
father
have a
doesn't
name.
love him.
I think they should have named him Omega Man.
Omega Man?
Omega Man.
Omega Man. Omega Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
clever.
I'm surprised they haven't done that yet.
That's cheeky. That's
Thanks.
smart.
Big fan.
Thanks.
I really like cheeks.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about? You sound insane.
Please
Not
put
the right-
like 10
not
seconds.
the right
please,
thing to
please
segue
put-
into what I'm about to talk about.
Oh no!
Please put like 10 seconds of silence after he says that. Like, make it really awkward.
It's
Yeah,
just,
like
just-
a cricket.
just a still frame and it just zooms in on his face.
Yeah.
All right.
Please.
Yeah.
Moving on. I also
To
got
the
some
cheek?
children in the mail.
This
There we
episode is.
go.
Why is
No.
she so freaked out?
Hey, it focused. That's crazy.
Oh, she's happy. Never mind. I thought she was fucking tweaking. I thought she was losing her mind.
Yeah. So
I thought that was scared of her.
this is this one is literally the single strongest traffic cone I've ever owned. It's
Oh, yeah.
literally a tube and you can't do anything. She has knees. So I mean she can like
Pray.
scoot around her. Yes, you can pray.
Yeah.
pray for better articulation, but yeah, for this is it's so strong. Like you can't do anything.
Wow.
Meanwhile, this
Bummer.
one has a fabric dress, so she can kick ass, she can take names, she can jump around, do whatever.
Mhm.
I love the faces. The faces are so good. They're amazing. It's not gonna focus.
Lock in. Nope.
Nope.
It won't lock focus.
It focused
Too small.
earlier, but it won't. But
He's
yeah,
doing
the
like
faces are
Going like,
great. But yeah, they're so much fun. And then also traffic cone is her mom. She cannot do anything either, which is unfortunate.
oh, really? I saw some
Yeah.
people pose on her. Crazy.
Oddly fitting into a very strangely cut dress.
It
looks like it's like
the official
rain
promo
spot.
shots have her legs spread a bit, but when I try to do that, it literally just clamps them back together.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's unfortunate.
Maybe there's a mod you can do to fix it or something.
I don't know, maybe.
I've got a guest with me this time. Yeah, lads. Sorry I couldn't be on, but I did want to post or send something for show and tell. I haven't actually got the stuff on me because I'm not at home, but I am going to talk about the 4 things that I've bought and received over the last week, I would say. So 3 of them are 3D printed things, and then the last one is an officially licensed thing. So quickly I'll talk about the officially licensed thing because that's probably the smallest thing I'm going to talk about, if that makes sense. So I did end up buying the YOLO Park AMK Pro the last night, Optimus Prime, and I genuinely think I've peaked too early in this year because not only has this figure just met every expectation I was hoping it would be, but it has genuinely blew me away with how well it's done. I will say my biggest issues with it were the building experience. That wasn't fun at all. That was probably the most unenjoyable build I've had with a YOLO Park figure, to the point where they've officially put out a video showing how to properly build it because the instructions are pretty shit. But overall, it's genuinely amazing. I honestly couldn't have asked for anything else apart from like maybe like the gun barrels on the shield, but that has different forms and stuff, so I can't moan too much. But overall, it's an amazing piece. And yeah, honestly, it's just blew me away, and I don't know what's gonna top it this year, really. Yeah, it's just a superb release, and I'm incredibly happy to own it because I was itching for this release for a good few months. But now I finally have it, and it's just lived up to the hype. So the 3D printed things. So first, I got this. I want to say probably Friday of last week or whatever. And it was a 3D printed kit of a damaged Nightmare in Silver Cyberman, which the 3D printer who designed it used. Like, it was basically his own inspiration, like concept for a damaged Cyberman in this style. And then there was also this concept head that you could buy separately. I bought that, and that was my finished thing, using the head and the body together. And yeah, it's turned out great. This isn't one of my favorite designs by any means. It is genuinely like my least liked design for the Cybermen. But I have such a soft spot for damaged Cybermen, so this one turned out incredibly well, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The second one I got was the Sandman. This was a one-off design / monster from a story called Sleep No More, and basically it's sleep in your eyes, and that's essentially what it is. It's that's why it's called the Sandman. So it's a very niche monster because it's not very recognizable and it's not popular, and most people probably wouldn't remember it. But I just thought it looks like a fun kit to build and paint, and yeah, that turned out really well. Pretty happy with how that turned out. But the final one I've got so far was an ambassador from the story The Ambassadors of Death, which is a story I absolutely adore. And this was one of the main reasons why I wanted to start buying 3D printed stuff, was to own this kit and the original Silurian, which I have mentioned in a different episode. So now that I own both of them, I kind of feel like there's a huge part of my collection that's just been fulfilled now. And I'm not sure what else I'm really after. But anyway, they've all turned out really good. I'm really happy with how each one has turned out. And yeah, hope you boys had a good time without me.
We'll see.
Mods were outlawed.
Not in this household.
But moving on, I think.
Two.
Oh my god, he's Spider-Man.
Please.
Am I supposed to know who that twink is under the mask? Like, that's just
Wait, who is that?
That's just some schmo.
Who is that?
I like
Is that
the idea of
Spider-Man?
him running around into battle with a massive thing that shows his secret identity if you look at it the right way.
Yeah,
You know?
it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter because nobody knows who the fuck that is.
It's
Just
Jeff the
like-
white
He's
guy.
just a
Oh.
brunette guy.
Yeah.
Guy.
Braden.
Random guy.
Just
Yeah.
for new guy.
Braden,
Yeah.
you know what time it is. Tell
Do
us
I?
about.
Oh, yeah, it
tell us
is.
about the 3-pack.
All right. So. The other day, I was on Instagram doing what I do, and I follow this guy named Tito the OG. He does Sonic Jack specific customs, and lo and behold, he had just posted this to his story. It didn't seem real for some reason, but it is. It's totally real. It is a Jack Pacific 3-pack.
3-pack.
Called the Form 3-pack, I think is what they're calling it. Yeah, Forms pack. That's what it is.
Forms pack.
Yes. So this kind of came out of nowhere. I think we knew that a soap shoe Sonic was coming.
We did. I think they said that at Comic-Con last year. SDCC.
Okay, so we knew that. For those who don't know what soap shoes are, that's a classic. That's a classic.
If you
right?
don't, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Get in the program. No. They're the shoes he wears in Sonic Adventure 2. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, and they were sponsored with a company called Soap that made shoes.
Yes.
And not soap.
Yes.
They
So
didn't make any soap.
So he's wearing. No. Do you guys know what soaps are?
Shoes.
They are, but they allow.
Shoes.
I'm explaining what they do. They allow you to grind on rails.
Yeah, they had like a plastic arch in the center of the shoe.
So that was like a culture. People were trying to make that like the next skating thing, so they jump on rails and shit and like grind.
Heelys happened, and they were like, "What about shoe grinding?"
That sounds incredibly uncomfortable.
It lasted like 2 years.
It never caught on.
Yeah. But it's cool. They're iconic from the game, so that's really dope. They were reissuing Supersonic in this pack, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people have Supersonic, so that's a good get. But I think for a lot of people, the most exciting pick out of this entire pack is the Werehog.
Completely unannounced. We didn't know this was coming.
Yep. That's why I thought it was fake, because I was like, there's no way they're making a Werehog in 2025, you know? But here it is. And I've seen people take pictures with it, and it actually seems really good. It's got like really good articulation, and it's like for what it is, you know? And it's really impressive, man. They did good work with this 3-pack. I just hope that this opens up the door to get more 3-pack or like more packs like this, because there's so many characters they need to do. And this is really dope. They're hitting target right now. I think it's like what, $30 or something like that. So if you find it, you know.
If you find it, hook us up.
Yeah, hook us up, because we're on the lookout for it.
That shit.
It looks great. I think it looks really solid, and I think it's. I still wish it was a. I don't think it's a new Sonic. I think it's the exact same Sonic with different shoes.
Yes.
Which is, you know, they need to fix their Sonic, but
yeah, they need to update his arms and update his head.
His head especially, because it weighs like 5 pounds, so it's not fun to yeah. Ugh. But
he might actually have like a really bent arm. I'm not sure.
It doesn't.
Like
I think it is.
I
think it is just the standard Sonic, as far as I know. I haven't seen anyone say anything different about him, but maybe I could be wrong. Who knows?
All right. Very cool. Yeah, I really hope I can get that. And then yes, I wanna see more super packs, because he's got a lot of forms.
Oh yeah.
Joy Toy showed off more of their 1/18 scale TMNT figures, and I just wanted to show them off because I so wish that they weren't 1/18 scale, because they look fucking sick, and I'm jelly.
Yep.
We got Krang, we got Slash, and we got Toka.
What is 1/16 scale? What is that?
1/18. It's like 3 3/4.
Okay, gotcha.
These are 3 3/4 inch figures, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yes.
Joy Toy does magnificent work. If you see any of their figures, they do a lot of Warhammer stuff. They all look amazing. Also, why their figures are like really expensive. Like if you look at any of their figures, like
extremely expensive.
Way too expensive. I think it was like I was looking at a Canadian site, and if you want to get all 4 turtles, it's like $200, and it's like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
if
these were 12 inch or 1/12 scale, I would be all over this line. Their designs are like perfect in my mind. Like I love this shit so much.
Yeah, they're really great.
It's so cool. It's so sick. And they have clearly plans to just do as many characters as possible, which is awesome.
Slash comes with like a tankard of beer.
Yeah, he needs to drink, man.
Look.
He comes with a lobster sandwich
A whole
that
ass
has a whole
lobster
lobster shoved into a sandwich. That's great. And that's like that might be my favorite Slash design. Like I love the NECA Slash, but this one's even cooler. So I'm like I would totally buy that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's something that I can't indulge in. I can't indulge in.
Nope, small scale.
It's unfortunate.
And then Toka looks like Toka, sort of.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm not a huge fan of Toka and Razor, but he looks alright.
It looks
He's
like
cool,
there's some reuse
but
going on with the two of them.
Probably, yeah. It looks like there might be some leg reuse or something, maybe.
Wouldn't surprise me because they're very similar looking guys. So
Perhaps. But alright, moving on. Next up, I'm gonna talk about Mega Man toys for a minute.
uh-oh. Everyone run and hide.
Get out of here!
No.
So there were pre-orders went up for the Mega Man. What the fuck are you doing, Oscar? Get out of here! Fuck! Unprofessional.
Not
for
nice.
the Mega Man Battle Network base.exe, which I'm super excited for. He looks incredible, and he's one of the most badass designs from the Battle Network games. He looks so good. He's got different faces. He's got all the details. He's got like an energy arm blade thing. He's got his cloak, so he can look like an edgelord, which he is. And then also, it was revealed that 3-0 is doing another recolor of their MDLX Mega Man, which is their Metal Blade version from Mega Man 2. So that's cool. He's brown. He's yellow.
It's shit, Mega Man.
It's poop Mega Man!
Shit and piss, Mega Man.
But so, I was tallying up how many Mega Man figures are supposed to be releasing this year because of these. And we're looking at like 19.
Oh.
Across 3 different companies. So there's
All the ones that you're getting too, right?
No. This is just all of them.
Ah.
So there's MDLX Mega Man, and Firestorm Mega Man, Metal Blade Mega Man, and then Mega Man X. And then for the model kits, there's Base. There is Axel from the Mega Man X games. There's White Armor Axel from the Mega Man X games. There's Black Armor Zero, or Black Zero as they call him, from the X games. There's supposedly Sigma from the X games is coming at some point.
Sigma.
Yes, if you've seen his face, he is a Sigma. There's a re-release of the Mega Man 11 Click Kit, and then there's going to be a glazed version of Mega Man 11, which with the pearly coating. I'll send pictures. Hold on.
I've seen that one.
I know. But Aiden's confused. He doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Black Armor.
Which one's glazed? Oh, okay.
No, you'll be able to tell.
You can see the yeah.
You'll be able to tell.
Okay.
There's glaze.
All right.
Why they glazing?
It's giving rainbow powered, like gets a
Looks like
star.
he just came out like a movie too. So.
Well, it's supposed to be like when they fully charge their shot or whatever. I don't like the glazed ones because eventually my glazed X that I accidentally got because I thought it was a regular X started smelling like piss. So
Ew.
I don't know if I don't know if I trust that glaze coating.
You got a golem to piss on.
What did they put on there, dude?
I don't know, man, but it's stank. It's stanky. And then, according to June from Jada Toys, we should be seeing both Mega Man Wave 3 and 4 this year. So that includes 3 figures of Pop, which is Woodman, Bubbleman, and Unhelmeted Mega Man, which is great.
So, the Walt's in danger this year.
It is. It's in a stranglehold.
In critical mass.
Needs to... Well, you know, all my other lines that I care about were canceled, so maybe it doesn't need to slow down, actually. And then also Wave 4 is going to be Proto Man, Snake Man, and Gemini Laser Mega Man. So, we're looking at a lot of fucking figures this year. And, that's insane. Because there's still no games happening.
No.
But, I also have a feeling that it's not going to stop, because Jade is going to announce more figures. I think 3-0 is going to announce more MDLX, probably repaints. I would be shocked if they don't announce an X repaint at some point, or a 0 at some point. But yeah, it's a lot, and it's intense, and So
you said 19 total, right? How many out of those are you planning to get?
So I'm gonna get the MDLX Mega Man, and then that's gonna determine if I want the Firestorm and the Metal Blade, because I know that figure is somehow smaller than the Jada figure. Who's like 4 inches tall.
He's tiny.
Small dude. And it's significantly smaller too.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that one. I'll get the Mega Man X for sure. The base model kit, I have 2 on pre-order. Because he's going to skyrocket in price after he comes out. I do have... I want to get the axle for Mega Man X. Probably not the white axle unless it's for custom fodder. I'm thinking about the Black Armor 0, but I have a strong feeling that MDLX is going to make a 0. And then... I'm not getting glazed Mega Man 11. I do want to get regular Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
In fear that he's like this.
Yes.
And then obviously you're locked in for Jada.
A
So.
certain amount of time.
Yeah, I'm locked in on all the Jada figures. I did not mention, actually, there are 2 other Mega Man 11 figures, model kit figures, that went up for pre-order last year, but then were taken down, and there's been no word on them since. They were taken down in November, I think.
That's scary. Oh yeah, I remember these guys.
Yeah, the pre-orders were taken down by Kotobukiya in November, and nothing. No news on that since. I think they had said... I think I had the... Yeah, November 14th, they said, "Thank you for your generous patronage and support. We are writing to inform you that due to unforeseen circumstances, 2 products originally offered for pre-order on October 10th, Mega Man Scramble Thunder and Mega Man Pile Drive, will be temporarily suspended from orders." And they were like, "Well, we'll update you as soon as we can." And it's been 2 months, so maybe those will or will not happen. But if those happen, I'd probably want to get those, because they look cool. But
I think I'm gonna get the unhelmeted Mega Man for sure from Jada, and then I'm gonna get the Snake Man, and then I'm gonna swap the heads and have like a Mega Man Chameleon guy, because that's pretty much spot on.
Yeah. That'd be very weird looking.
But it'll be good.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah,
that's my plan.
So that's why Mega Man. Alright, fuck off. Why is that a fleshlight? Looks like a fleshlight.
It's not. It's a wrap, my friend.
Okay, I don't believe you.
It says a wrap.
That's my rant. Braden.
I was fucking with you. I was fucking with you. You've done it to me before.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna fucking talk again because you don't have anything to say about this next topic. Fucker.
Ooh.
Ew, why's your tongue piss yellow?
Dude,
soda.
Fuck.
He's
So I
drinking
just
that
drank
soda.
your orange drink.
Yeah, with some nasty ass artificial colors. Jesus.
It's
That's
orange
bad.
40.
Rot your teeth.
Disgusting.
Like
Do you scrape your tongue, my guy?
Oh yeah.
No, you don't.
No,
Otherwise, your
absolutely do.
tongue wouldn't be dyed orange right now.
My guy it just I just
Hasbro
finished
pulls shut
drinking.
down in Asia. What does that mean?
Wow.
Probably that Hasbro's a failing company.
In Asia.
Just generally,
Yeah, I didn't
because
hear
they're
about
being
this whole,
sued by their investors.
Yeah, I
Right.
didn't know about this till it was mentioned this morning.
Hasbro's
I
getting
heard
sued
about it.
for investors?
Yeah, we talked about this on the pod last month or so. Their investors, had filed a class action lawsuit against them because Hasbro lied to them basically about how much they were moving product and what their product demand was, and so they basically burned up their investors' money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of a shit show.
They're making some really bad business decisions, it looks like.
Mhm.
Interesting. What is Hasbro if not action figures and like Monopoly or something?
Fucking Mr. Potato Head that sells 14 billion
Yeah.
copies a year.
What is
Yeah.
Hasbro if not action figures? Not a lot, because kids don't like action figures.
Yeah, and they're action. You know, I was talking to. Actually, I've got something to say about this because I was just talking to Braden about this, and I think Aiden too, about how in like late 2010s / early 2020s there was like I think the action figure industry and generally just merchandising industry as a whole produced way too much superhero stuff, and then the superhero stuff suddenly became a lot less popular, and now they just are stuck. Like every company is pulling back. Like Lego, is pulling back on their superhero stuff. There's no DC. There's none sets based. There's only one set based on a Marvel movie coming out this year. Like only one. They canceled their advent calendar. They put them at the end of the Lego magazine. I just think superhero merchandise as a whole is like an industry that like overproduced. So they supplied more than the demand, and then the demand harshly fell. And I think Hasbro, obviously, their best selling action figure was Marvel Legends, right? And they make a shit ton of Marvel Legends. So it just makes sense that that probably is contributing to their financial issues, is they probably made a lot more product than was actually needed.
We've known that they've been overproducing for years.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel like it's definitely getting to a point where you see so many people stop collecting outside of just prices, but of like, hey, I've reached a certain point, and what they're making is just not,
Well, they're making,
they're
depending
not
on the brand, I think generally the quality of action figure that comes out now is better than it was in like 2013 or whatever.
Certainly. Well, look at the past several years we've had with photoreal and other pinless technology they've incorporated, and licenses that they've finally been able to utilize and have.
Yeah.
But
like the standard of action figure articulation has been rose in the last decade. For sure.
Yeah.
But I just think that superhero movies, I think in like 2015, 2016, 17, superhero merch, I guess 2017 was probably the peak of like superhero phenomena, like merchandising, Comic-Con culture, and it's just really died down. And it's even shirts. It's not even like just action figures. It's shirts. It's like all kinds of stuff, like there's just too much product out there and nobody wants it. And it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy to see how poorly a lot of these things are doing. So, and do you want to know the merchandising that's selling really well right now? Video games, which Hasbro does not have much of a stake in at all.
Nope. And they won't.
But video games are doing great.
They've tried.
Literally,
They failed.
Look at Lego licensed themes. They've become like there's like half of them are video games now. You know what I mean? And like video game merch is selling good, but superhero comic merch is selling worse. And I don't know. Hasbro doesn't have a video game. They got rid of Fortnite. That was a dumb decision.
Which, I mean, if we're looking at things right now, Hasbro might want to invest in Marvel Rivals because that's doing really well. So.
Yes, that would be a really smart decision if they started making Legends based on Marvel Rivals. Yes.
Yep. Those would do very well.
Yep. We talked about that last week as well. They really, really should. That would be smart.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of, no offense, Tyler, but a bunch of really lame Avengers game figures from a few years ago. And
no, I mean, none of them are very good.
They made like weird
the
symbols
only
of
one I
them.
like actually really like is Abomination.
Yes,
Yeah, and he's also got like that.
Yeah, I wish he didn't have permanent, smells like shit in your face, but whatever.
It's not angry. He is very much like. Yeah, he's
But
like
even
disgusting.
like movies, like did you guys see that Sony greenlit a whole bunch of movies based on games or whatever recently? Or started selling the IPs to other people. There was a couple. I don't remember what they are because I don't play video games. I think one was Horizon and one was something else.
Like
Helldivers.
PlayStation stuff.
Yes, Helldivers. That's what it was. Yeah.
Helldivers.
I don't trust
Yeah.
Sony to make a goddamn movie. Period.
No, I don't either. But they're clearly responding to Mario making $1 billion and Sonic making a bajillion. You know what I mean? So changing times, folks.
Hasbro, either way, Hasbro and superheroes ain't doing so hot right now.
Yeah.
Hasbro
So appreciate it while you
is
got it.
your
We don't know how much longer we're gonna be getting everything, especially at the quantity right now. So
Well,
Yeah, it's hard to say.
yeah.
I'm gonna be buying Mega Man toys all year long, so I don't fucking care.
They'll probably still keep making Mega Man toys, like you said.
The Mega Man economy will not crash anytime soon.
No,
You're
Mega Man
gonna
will
like it.
For the last 15 years, Mega Man's always had some kind of toy line. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Which is ironic because there's literally no games or anything coming out.
Because Capcom does not love him at all.
No. Maybe because they milked the shit out of the franchise and maybe people got sick and tired of
it
him.
hard, and then by 2010, it was done. But
And then Mighty Number 9 came out and everyone fucking ran to the hills.
Clearly, the pop culture wants him back, so just bring him back.
They do. I think that the buzz that animated Mega Man thing from Secret Level did, I think that's also been good for Mega Man.
Good sign. Yeah.
Yep. He's also getting new comics and stuff this year, but all right. Anywho, moving on. Let's talk about something more important. Marvel Rivals. Brayden, you want to talk about Season 1 and some stuff about that?
I do. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that reaction.
Just take a shit.
No, I've been getting into the game. I've played it a couple times now, and it is I've been waiting for you guys. I've been waiting.
You have to invite us to wait for us.
Well, Aiden says Aiden's
Aiden
on
has
the toilet.
PS5 now, so you didn't invite us.
He's just shitting on the toilet.
I played it.
I played it. Shit in the bed.
Well, whenever you guys want to play, I'm down. I've only played it like 3 times. But I was actively looking forward to this update. Now, I really want you, Ty, to find footage of Thatch talking about the Fantastic Four and how important it is that culture recognizes them, and just put it over footage of Sue Storm running around, and then there you go. That's all I want.
Okay.
The Fantastic Four in the 2010s were abused to all hell. These characters, the Fantastic Four in Marvel history is incredibly important because they were the very first Marvel anything. For Marvel's first family, obviously, they were the brainchild of Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. They're really important characters to them. And a lot of the Marvel universe is explored through them and their backstory and their lore, and they introduce some important things. And they're very historically important to the comics. And then when the rights shit happened in the 90s, we really got to see the repercussions of that in the 2010s, where the Fantastic Four, as characters, became basically war hostages in a company's rights war, where Marvel tried to trade the rights for Daredevil because they got Daredevil back. They tried to trade Daredevil back for Galactus and Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer. And then Fox said, no, fuck you. And then went on to greenlight a Fantastic Four movie with very little time to make it and rush it out, and it just barely, just so they could hold on to the rights, right? Because the rights were about to lapse. And so they forced the movie out just to maintain rights, right? And that movie was awful. It's one of the worst comic movies ever, not just because it's bad, but because it's nothing like what the Fantastic Four's spirit should be. And then Marvel doubled down and canceled the Fantastic Four's, Marvel proper, Marvel Entertainment, who didn't have the movie rights, canceled the Fantastic Four comic book out of spite to, tear that brand down, because Fox held onto it and didn't give them any rights, and out of spite they held onto it, and then Marvel out of spite canceled the comic book because they didn't want to promote their movie, and they canceled all the toys, and they wouldn't let them be in anything, and it was this horrible moment where the Fantastic Four especially were just being, and X-Men at least had comics running and everything.
I'll have to make
There's a clip from one of the previous episodes where he's like, guys, this is really important, they have to, it's so important to Marvel.
It, so it's right on her ass.
Yeah. So, one is happening. It's got some name, I don't remember what it's called, but it's about Dracula, which is really cool. That's also another villain that nobody fucking nobody thinks about Dracula. That's not a thing for Marvel that people usually think about. So that's really cool, and it's Fantastic Four. You've got, honestly, Thatch, you might be better at explaining a lot of this better than I can. You might know more about this if you're okay with that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I can talk about. I don't know. I only know the logistics. Okay. So they are releasing it in 2 parts. Part 1 came out with Sue Storm and Reed Richards, and Part 2 is coming out next month with The Thing and Human Torch. They had this cool cinematic trailer for them. And yeah, they launched it with a whole bunch of skins. They also launched a whole bunch of new maps that are all different versions of New York, which is freaking awesome, because I'm going to be honest with you, as a Marvel, because okay, not a video game person, but a Marvel person. I've been watching Marvel Rivals from the sidelines, like just seeing the updates. It's just a fan seeing all the different interpretations of Marvel. It's just cool to see, right? Even if I only played it once, it was too much for me. My brain is not like Gen Z enough to like be able to follow what's happening. It was too much, but they are doing a bunch of versions of New York, and there's like Nelson and Murdoch and Fisk Tower in one of them, which is really cool. And I think that's great because New York is so important to Marvel. And this first, when it first launched, the maps were a little shitty in my opinion. They weren't like super cool locations.
They were interesting.
So I think that it's really cool they're incorporating New York. But yeah, Dracula's a villain. All the jokes are that. They didn't add Blade soon enough, so now there's a vampire problem, which I think is funny, because we know Blade is coming. And yeah, I also think
Moon Knight's pissed because he owes Dracula money.
Exactly.
Money.
That is a great.
I think there's a line in it or something somewhere. There's a reference to that somewhere about Dracula.
So. Yeah, there is.
But I think it's cool, and I also like that they're launching it right when the Fantastic Four movie marketing is going to start. By the end of February, they're really going to start marketing that movie, and I think it's
smart.
Really good timing. And they look like it's the blue and white. I mean, they obviously don't look like the movie, but it's the same kind of. Fantastic Four were blue and black for like 30 fucking years, and last year or so, suddenly they're blue and white again. It's not like a coincidence. And they also did a great job launching skins for them. Obviously, they launched a Gooner skin for Sue Storm, and they're not going to stop. The game is very tailor-made for Gooners. If you look at the list of leaked characters, there are like 5 Gooner characters there. But
Emma Frost, Jean Grey.
And it's an excessive.
All 4 of them. Not
just any woman is a Gooner character, right? You can't degrade women in general like that.
That's true.
That's the developers.
But they are going to Goonerize them as soon as they possibly
can. You can't just blanket categorize all women as Gooner characters.
All right, Ty.
In Marvel Rivals, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of their go-to.
Kind of their thing.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. Look, the gameplay itself of the gameplay themselves of the characters looks so fun too. Like Reed looks awesome.
I saw a clip of Reed fucking belly bouncing an Iron Man blast back at him.
Yeah.
Another thing they do really well in Marvel Rivals is they add the skins you want immediately. For example, they added a black and blue version of Fantastic Four immediately. Great. But on top of that, they did Mouse, whatever. Some people are going to like that, I guess. There's a whole lot of stuff to enjoy there for those people. But they added the Maker version of Reed Richards, which is the most significant alternate. Yeah, exactly. Like, they didn't wait until it was irrelevant. They did it now, And I think that's which is something that other Marvel games, other franchise games haven't done. They'll like delay it for a while, or the fans will need to beg on their hands and knees for a Sam Raimi skin, and they'll just barely add it in or something. Here they're like, you want the Maker, you got the Maker. You want blue and black, you got blue and black. So very cool.
To touch up on the gameplay again, everyone was saying, "Oh, he's just Luffy," and it's like, do you guys know how long Reed Richards has been around for?
Yeah, Luffy is like Reed Richards.
Yes,
I mean, it is really cool to see. I've seen a lot of like people draw like cringy One Piece fan art where like he's like traced over, and it's really funny.
I mean, there are all kinds of skin mods for mods for this game, so there's going to be a Luffy mod soon.
Oh, 100,000,000%, and I'm down. I'm not gonna get it, but
so you can't.
I really appreciate it with Marvel Rivals because similar to Thatch, I'm just not with it with games at all. Like I am just playing Spider-Man 2 just because I got the game and I just want to get suits and just swing around the city. And
I wanna try it to play with you guys, but the rumor has it they're gonna do a PvE mode. So if they do that, then if it has like a story to it, then I'd be interested.
Yeah, then
That
we can
is
all
what
play.
I really want. That right
You
there.
guys are
That's
the
the
only
Overwatch
motivating
killer.
factor of me really wanting to.
Yeah.
I think when they add that, that's like
Especially
the
a game like
Overwatch
that,
killer.
multiplayer.
Overwatch done after that.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, we
Oh
killed
man,
it.
dude, people are already like, in this one season, they're adding more characters than Overwatch adds to their game in an entire year. Like
Yeah.
this game
Yeah,
is fucking Overwatch hard. It's
Oh yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
That'll be the
It
murderer.
actually it just reached its peak number of players like 3 days ago or something like that. Like it literally just reached its peak when the new season hit, which
Funny,
is great.
before the game even came out, people were like, the game's gonna be done in a month. Which whenever people say that, that's never happening.
No, because look what they said about Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how
great.
long the game will actually last for. I couldn't tell you, but
I mean,
it's
if they keep up this level of quality, they should be
at least like 5 years is what I'm saying. Like that's perfect scenario right there. But even then,
they did this great art of the Fantastic Four in the Fantastic Car in front of the Baxter Building with Herbie, and it was like so gratifying, especially after my rant. Like we're joking because they got the Sue Storm ass and everything, but legitimately, it's
absolutely
cool to see people like freaking out over like the dialogue that like is trouncing on Namor in the character drama between these three characters, and like it's all over Twitter. People are like, "Oh wow, look, they got," and it's like no one gave a shit about this like 2 months ago, and I've thought about this for like 10 years, and it's just cool to see people like.
I fucking love the love triangle with Namor. It's so
there's a voice line where if you kill Sue Storm as Reed Richter, he goes, "That was odd."
Are you okay?
No.
I almost fell over it.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Okay. My whole chair went back. I was so excited about Sue Storm and Namor drama.
Yeah.
There's hey, there you go. We got a lot of reason to be excited. No, but I was saying there's a voice line where if you kill Sue Storm as Reed, he'll be like, "That was oddly satisfying." It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's so weird. It's great. People are excited. There are people.
What's the line from the old cartoon? I'm sick of humoring your outbursts or something.
Yeah,
he got pissed.
Yeah, that clip.
There are people who are like hyping up. They're like, I can't wait to be the Thing fighting the Hulk in the game, and I'm like, nobody. Like I used to think that was epic when I was 11 years old. You know what I mean?
It's
and now
really
they're,
cool.
you
It's
know,
so cool. It's. I mean, I hate to say it, but it might be the best thing Marvel has going on right now. Like, it's really
just hearing the thing, it's clobbery time.
Oh yeah,
your fucking ultimate. That'd be great.
Yes.
Or Flame On, you're gonna hear that shit. Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't wait for the Johnny Storm Peter Parker dialogue because they're friends in the comic books, So, and then it's great because we're gonna, at the very least, this is great for Marvel because they're gonna do the Fantastic Four movie this year, obviously, and this is obviously great promotional stuff for them, and everyone will be reminded who they are now. But then going into the Avengers movie, it's cool to see the Fantastic Four interacting with the Marvel characters because they're going to do that in the Avengers movie, and I think it'll be cool. People, there's like a test reel for like, oh, what if Reed Richards talked to Iron Man, or what if Hulk talked to the Thing, or Spider-Man? So I don't know. I just think it's cool. Makes me excited.
Yeah, it's dope. I understand from a Marvel fan's perspective why you'd be so, like, a longtime Marvel fan, you'd be so happy for it. But it's genuinely, for me, it's like, oh, it's just a cool game. It just looks a lot of fun.
And also games, and you love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to prove a point or anything, but the last time Brady and I played Fortnite, we did both buy the Black Cat skin. So I'm just,
Oh my god!
If at least you brought yourself into it, because if you singled me out,
I did it first. I did it before you did.
I was going to be pissed. I would be like, how dare you?
Said, hey, we both got this. I'll even admit it. I got it.
Ty bought the skin, and I was like, should I? And I was like, and then
I was whispering in Braden's ear, do it.
He's not helping my habits. He's turning me into a more evil man day by day.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Marvel Rivals, kind of epic. Moving on. The studio behind Arcane put out a teaser for, I guess, a League of Legends season.
Yes.
But
That's
it's
one thing
also-
people are getting very confused about.
Well, so it's also still though a direct continuation of the ending of Arcane.
It is, but
and considering they designed all these character models, I would say this is what we can expect for the Noxus show.
oh yeah, it's just weird they haven't.
Cliff.
He's got a little outfit on. Look at him. Damn, man.
Put his hood on.
He won't like that.
Oh, he's a thug. Look at him.
He's Dark Cliff. Enter Dark Cliff.
Dark Cliff.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, what a badass.
Yeah, Dark Cliff. He actually does look like a cool like Sith Lord or something.
Yeah. Look at his
It looks like he
little
gave you a
gizzard.
tattoo. He's
That's
awesome.
cute. That's cute. All right. Anyway,
Noxus.
fucking you
Noxus.
didn't fucking watch the whole thing. You
I
stupid
did.
asshole.
I actually did.
Okay.
I did while we were waiting.
What happens at the end?
Fucking the guys come out, Vladimir Putin and the woman come out. They show up and they're like, Piltover was the first step. Now we shall
Alright,
take
alright,
over the.
there you
Yeah,
go. Okay.
I watched it at 2.5 speed, so I watched TikTok
It's
speed. I was
5
like,
minutes, and 4 of the minutes are the actual thing. I don't know why you didn't
It was
just
pretty
watch
dope.
it.
you know what's funny? The first time I saw it, I thought it was AI generated. So,
It looks exactly
okay.
like the show.
well, hold on. Hear me out. The guy who was like the short that I saw was like, you think Piltover was something? Wait till you see Noxus, and it cut to all these clips from the short, and I was like, but like they were like moving. There was weird filters on all of it, so I was like, what is this AI? Like I didn't get it. I was so confused. But then I actually watched it.
Why did you watch some shitty analysis instead?
I don't know.
You don't make any sense.
I saw it before you sent me the video, my
I
guy.
don't think so. I sent you it as soon as the news spread, so I think you're a liar.
Literally the 1 second after it dropped, you sent me that video. Doesn't matter. Look, all that does matter is it's beautifully animated, obviously, because the Arcane team knows how to animate shit and make it look good.
Arcane's the best animated show there's been
Since
since fucking Steamboat
Mr.
Willie.
Pickles. Mr. Pickles.
All right, calm down, Grandpa. You don't need to look down at us. Oscar, get out of here. You can't have my
no, it
pizza.
looks good.
Fuck.
I mean, it's dope. It's pretty sick. I don't know what else to say about it. It's cool, and the character designs
just-
are. There's a spider woman,
There's there's a crazy spider lady, and there's a
blue
old
troll,
redhead lady that she
dog,
fights.
lion man.
And yeah, that was weird. I just hope this is what we can expect for the Noxus show, because if it doesn't look like this, I'll be very sad.
There was a clip of someone who was taking what's his name, Darius? Is that his name?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, they were taking Darius and the troll or whatever. They were taking their fight and how epic it is, and his arms freezing and shit. And then they were putting it next to League footage of them just like, and it's like the funniest thing ever, because like League is, they're like, man, they have all the money in the world, and this is what League looks like. It's like, it's so
Well,
funny.
considering League was made like 15 years ago, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's just like it's such an old game, man. It's the mess, but it looks cool. I'm glad people. I know people are confused about it. People definitely are getting the wrong, and I like them being like, guys, no, it's not that. It's just what it basically is it feels like a pitch. It feels like them being like, this is our pitch for a show. Take it. That's what it feels like. But everyone's going.
I get it, because they did come out of their way, because the show ends with them like going to Noxus or whatever, and then
they've already announced that there will be a Noxus
and then they
show.
announced the Noxus show, and then they release a Noxus trailer for the. Yeah, I can see how people will get confused, you know.
Yeah, considering it also looks exactly like
And it's made by the same. Yeah,
Literally.
exactly.
Same style,
and
Mel's
it's
in it.
continuing the story, so like it's natural to assume that it would be for the show.
Yeah,
But
makes
technically
sense.
it's not, but it probably is.
It's supposed to be a trailer to add Mel into the game as a champion, but that's like, okay. It doesn't really feel like that.
I think it's
you know?
probably also teasing what they're working on for the.
Oh, 1,000,000%. But it's just funny how that's the next thing that people were like, it's supposed to be a trailer for League of Legends.
upshirt child.
Whoa, look at that guy's abs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Guys, clip that.
No.
Screenshot,
Look at
zoom
that
enhance.
photo.
Ban that.
Was your belly button pierced, dude? Did you
Hey,
have
you put your feet up on camera last time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was like
hand is
two.
that?
It
Oh,
was like
Superman.
1.5
By
seconds.
the end of this podcast, we're gonna have like a Photoshop of Aiden's whole naked body.
Oh.
Just
Editor,
stitched together like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Oh.
Editor, reveal Aiden.
Just put his head
How
on
am I
like
supposed to do that?
put his head on a really buff like
Yeah,
buff like
all right.
And play some epic Aiden music when it pops up. Like it's zooming up and then it gets to a head and
like Careless Whisper.
there you
Oh,
go. Get the video banned in 5
Conversation
seconds.
derailed. All right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all right. Speaking of derailment, Creature Commandos went a little off the rails in its finale. Did anybody watch it?
I did.
Aiden is mewing hard.
I did.
He's vlogging. He's mewing. If you guys want to talk about it, I'll
Can't
do
win.
this.
All right.
You guys
Get out of here! Get out of here! You're banished.
Yeah.
I'll text you when we're done.
He's not gonna respond.
You got no ass to shake. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Creature Commandos. What'd you guys think?
So I was on vacation, so I watched the last week's episode and the finale back to back. I had the same thing with Skeleton Crew, and then I thought Skeleton Crew had ended, but then I realized that there was another episode after that. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, so I watched them back to back, and it was good. It was good. It was very good. It's okay. The storyline comes to its logical conclusion, right? Everything logically ends. There's a lot of sadness. I will say that I overall felt like I really wanted a good juicy cheeseburger with lots of toppings, but I felt like I got bread and bun and a veggie burger, and that was all I got. You know what I mean? Like I got the meal, but I thought there'd be like some fries there and some ketchup. You know what I mean?
It was more like all right, bacon or not bacon, just cheese and ketchup on a patty. That was it. Like, all right, it's fine, but it's not substantial. You know, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be.
It doesn't have like a grand conclusion. It just kind of
It had me say, "Oh fuck, no."
Yes.
Twice. So, but yeah, it was like
it was sad, but it wasn't like I don't know. For all the build up,
conclusion I thought it was going to make, and then it's just kind of like. And you said it last night, Thatch, because we briefly talked about it. You're like, things just kind of happen.
Yes.
So
yeah, things just it just felt like we didn't build towards a really satisfying, like epic set piece. Like Suicide Squad ends with that scene, and they're like falling to the buildings, and they're like
last week.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
You definitely noticed that, Thatch, because you watching it back to back with the last week. I'm sure that felt more. I don't know, just too much, too quick. You know, so
it just kind of. It and again, it's not like the story ends in a bad way. It comes to its logical conclusion. It just had no spice. I don't know. It felt like I don't know. I was whelmed.
Something was lacking there. It was just not.
I just wanted more grandiose, like something. I don't know, a final confrontation with all the characters. But we just kind of get like a sad series of events, and then it ends, and it's like, okay, like even Frankenstein and the Bride's. Like, that's a whole long-running storyline, and it comes to its head, and she shoots him a couple times, and he falls off a building, and that's it. No, like, argument. There's no, like, confrontation emotionally. It's funny, but it's like, why do we spend so much time?
Season 2 is already greenlit, so
there's
going to be more Frankenstein and Bride, so they're probably
but it just
prolonging that story.
They are, but it just added to the lack because that's such a long running thread. We follow Frankenstein on his own B plot for like half the season, and then and I know it's going somewhere else, but I feel like with a show you should tell a complete story in one season and then tell another complete. You know, I don't. Mm-hmm. But it was still really good. I really liked the show. I just feel
And it's not like it was a bad ending to the season. It wasn't. It was just like, all right, I wish we could have gotten more out of it. It should have been a more, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
What's Brayden doing?
I don't know. I'm concerned.
Is he checking the dog? I'm sorry. I didn't want to go off topic here, but I just.
You know how another good way to explain it is like the backstory stuff. I feel like in my brain, the way that my brain wants to see it play out is they do the backstory every episode, right? Which is what they did, and every character gets a backstory, and we get the last character's backstory, and then we get one more final episode that has no backstory
in one.
Just the third act. It's just the ending. Like, so it feels like we've come to a bookmark. We've come to but it doesn't have that. It's just another backstory, and then it ends. And I know that logically that makes sense. It just wasn't very satisfying. I don't know. So I liked it, but I just
one thing brushing up another, and then it's just kind of like, all right, we go this way with it, and
like they show her backstory, and then she dies, and I'm like, why did you show me her back? Like, how does her backstory tie in to how she dies? Aside from making me feel bad, like on a thematic level, I guess because a human kills her, and humans, I don't know. It just didn't feel like. I don't know. Something about it just felt like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Can't quite put it into words. I just wanted more. That's all. Oh, yeah?
Okay. All right.
That's fair.
But it was good. It's still a good show.
Awkward.
Tyler loved it.
I liked it way more than you guys, apparently. I think I did not want like a grand climactic ending, and I think just the very quiet assassination of what's her nuts was much more fitting. Sort of vengeance for Nina, and I think getting her backstory and showing how shitty of a life she's had, only for her to get stabbed in the gut 10 times, was appropriate because she had a shitty life, and then she just goes out in the shittiest way possible.
What are you trying to say? What are we trying to say with that? Like, what are we trying to?
Fucking sucks. That's what they're saying.
Okay, we all know that. Is that it?
Established the characters.
That's all. Life sucks. That's all you have to say.
Nina's the only one who dies in this show, technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because G.I. Robot comes back.
He does. That made me really happy.
He looks great. I was very happy because we were saying like, oh, I don't think he's coming back. I'm like, dude, I was like, yes. That was my other. I was like, fuck yes.
He's built.
Dude, he's a brick shit house now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it worked really well.
I think it worked. And it's not like I needed like an epic battle. It fizzled out. It didn't feel like it came to a satisfying conclusion. It felt like it fizzled out. And that's like, I think where I'm just like, I don't know. And I just don't know what they were trying to say. Like, that's the thing is like I will say Skeleton Crew feels like it's building to like a thing. Like it's really building towards like, and I don't need everyone to grab lightsabers and fight each other. I just want to feel like emotionally satisfied. And I know it's sad, and I know they're doing a season 2, but I just wish I knew why I'm supposed to feel like what. I don't know. It just felt sad for sad's sake. And it's like, okay.
I mean, if you look at it, the point of Nina is to make the bride a better person. That's in the entire storyline of the show.
Nina wouldn't want the bride to get revenge. Nina would not want that to happen. Nina is very sympathetic. The only reason she doesn't even actually end up killing the princess, she gets close, and the only reason she gets close is because they all peer pressured her to do it. It wasn't even something she wanted.
She also
like that's a good example.
Weasel.
Right, that's a good example. If the bride was gonna shoot her and then didn't, because it's not when it would have been much more stereotypical. We've seen that storyline, but I would have been more satisfied emotionally because I would have seen that change. I would have been like, oh. Something has changed in this world. Like, we're going forward, and we've gone different. But it didn't change, and it felt like it's not. I don't know. It just felt like
But also, that bitch does need to die though, because she wants to take over the world. Like she does. Have to die.
But she could be kidnapped and like arrested. I guess she doesn't have to die.
Yeah,
she
but
could
as far as everyone else was concerned, she was exonerated.
It's true, but then right after this, they cut, and everyone's like, "Thanks, bride, you were right the whole time." So clearly they figured it out. They would have figured it out either way, you know.
Yeah, but it's like if the bride went home and then they figure it out, then that's a season 2 problem, and then we're doing this whole plot again.
No, I think it would have been the same way they did it here, where she wouldn't have killed the bride, she would have arrested her and then turned her in with the evidence of the Clayface, and then she would have gone to the prison, and that would have been how it concluded. Because they have the evidence. And clearly she showed it to them anyway. So I feel like
but
she would have...
it's just the 3 of them in an enemy country at that point. Like,
yeah, but it is anyway. Like, they all have to run away quickly so they don't get arrested. It would have been a less hostile escape overall.
I don't know.
I just think if we're trying to show that the Nina's had an effect on the bride, then I feel like we should have had the bride not kill the princess, because that's what Nina would have wanted. But if we're showing that Nina hasn't had an effect on the bride and the bride is just angry, then she would have killed her. So then I don't know how the bride's changed, I guess. Like, she feels like she's the same character she was going into the show. I don't know.
Well, no, so the bride has changed, and it's part of her, what she says. I'm not going to kill you to save the world. I'm not going to kill you because it's my mission. I'm going to kill you because you killed my friend. And she had...
Yeah, but she never wanted to...
Yeah,
she started with no friend.
She was only self-serving, and then by the end, she was caring about... Like, she was doing things for other people.
I don't see how killing the princess helps someone else versus just arresting her. Other than making her feel better about the revenge.
Yeah, because Nina's dead. She can't help Nina at this point.
I know. So then she just gets reverted back to the beginning where she doesn't have a friend and she's only self-serving and she kills her out of revenge.
So basically,
we don't know if she's only self-serving because we haven't seen season 2 yet.
All right. Well, if we go into season 2 and she's a much more altruistic character because of Nina, it'll be better. But as it stands, I just don't see how the ending of this convinces me that she's changed. You know, I guess.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's just, I still love I actually really like the show. I just like, oh, that's it, I guess. Like, that was my reaction. I was like,
I do think, the Frank thing was just cut off, and I do think, like, Rick Flag, he really wasn't in it for the last...
Yeah, no, they spend so much time with him at the beginning.
And then he's... So, Clayface is just dead?
Maybe?
Yeah, what happened with him? So I feel like
that's
section of it, because I feel like they were building towards something with that part of the story, the B plot, and then they just kind of
the B plot doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, we're like, let's get rid of Rick Flag. It's like, all right, let's just have him get beating the shit out of him by Clayface.
Yeah, it feels like Rick Flag should have come back because of how important it was.
Having Frankenstein's monster and then what that achieves, yes, that'll be probably definitely going into season 2.
Yes.
Of what that's going to be with the... Wait, was this another case of, like, now it's another moment in that montage of the bride...
Yeah, it's literally just another... Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, that should have been a more emotional conversation. But like, all right, we don't have fucking time for you. Just fucking shoot him and he falls out the window. So... That's literally what it was.
Yeah, like, what's different about that than what's happening?
The show's not bad. I agree with a lot of Thatch is saying here, and I do get it. And, I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second season and seeing... Because now you have, like, these characters set up, and you're not going to have as many introduced. I know we're going to get more into probably Nuawe, which will be great.
Yes.
I want to learn more about him. But, like, the other two, I think one of them is Nosferatu, and the other Pharaoh guy that looks really fucking sick.
Oh, is that the fat lady?
Yeah, Nosferatu. Yeah, they're both like main characters. I think
she's also in this season earlier. She's making.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I like that.
I didn't know that was an existing character. I just assumed it was someone.
Yeah, no, I just found that out recently. So no, I'm interested, but it won't be as much. You know what I mean? Because that like we've gotten like the bunch.
Well, so actually, I'm glad you mentioned this. I actually thought about this, and because I had the first thought. I was like, half the Creature Commandos, they've explained their backstory, and there's not enough new guys to fill up 7 episodes of backstory. But then I realized, actually, it's not quite that simple, because a lot of the characters whose backstories we have seen that are coming back are characters where there are still missing gaps. For example, Weasel, we've seen part of his backstory, but not his actual origin. You know,
No.
the Bride has got 100 years of backstory you could go into.
Yeah.
You know, there's like,
Yeah.
and
There'd
then
be a segment of her
and then-
life that could come into play in the second season. Back in
and then
Combat
GI Robot. There is a gap with him because we haven't seen how he became big and bulky, and also he was really good friends with Nina, and we haven't seen his reaction to her death yet. So I think there's enough to fill in a backstory episode about him that actually takes place during season 1. That's not without our or like right near the in between.
That learning about what
or
happens
there's
to Nina
also
is
the
gonna be-
potential for him to get a backstory episode of the end of the war and what happened to all of his squad mates as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
It's just implied that they just disbanded. So and
the only one I don't know
because they just made GI Robot. That's all we know. Like who actually made him? Well, it inspired the one scientist to make the Metal Man, which is
we don't actually know about his actual origin either.
No, we're like placed right in the middle for most of those characters' stories outside of like the Brides. So
the Brides
and the only one
we see begin. Well, and
the only one
see her begin, but she's dead. So
the only one I don't know about what they'll do is Dr. Phosphorus, because the only thing they could do is show him going up against Batman, but I feel like they're way too scared to canonize too much about Bat. They literally said, like, James Gunn was like,
it would depend on when season 2 comes out.
Yes, yeah. So they're in a tight place there where it's like, that would be the logical thing to do, but like they even said James Gunn was like, they initially had more Batman, he told them to pull back.
He's not ready to dedicate to that yet, you know.
Yes. So I don't know how I feel. I don't know where they'll go with him, but he's a great character, but I just don't know what his
he's great.
Yeah.
He's probably my favorite.
They're all great characters.
Team.
They're all great characters. Yeah. But I am excited. I echo your sentiments, Aiden. I'm super excited. Obviously, I saw fucking Mummy there, and I lost my shit. I literally pointed at the screen and screamed, "Mummy!" And then, Nanawe, seeing his backstory is going to be awesome. You know, because we know he's like a demigod.
I'm so happy to see him. So happy. Just
yes.
Just a big goofball. So
yes,
great dynamic in the team.
Get Stallone back for him.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah,
it was weird. I could tell it was a different guy.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
But it was a good. It was
just a fill-in.
It was a very promising. I'm very excited for season 2. I just can't escape this feeling, and especially hearing how James Gunn's talked about it, that he wrote this thing, and then he sent it off and made Superman, and just kind of like touched in every once in a while, gave a couple notes, but he's even said like, I really didn't give them any notes on it. They just kind of made it perfect, and I just get this feeling that like it was not his priority as soon as he finished it. He wrote it, greenlit it, and then sent it off to a bunch of other people to make and focused on.
I mean, because if Superman fails, then his entire job falls apart.
Yes,
so
yes, but I can just sense this is the B project. This is the second. This is not the center of his attention. You know, which is fine. But then I hope he gives more control of it to the people like the showrunner and stuff. Like I hope he lets them steer the wheel a little bit more.
Yeah, because I feel like as long as James is kind of giving his notes along the way of like, yeah, you should have it in line with this because this is what I've had it as, and then they can take the rest from there. But I feel like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the second season. I think the show's gonna be able to solidify itself a bit more because I think the showrunners and like the art directors and all that have earned the right to like kind of take ownership of the show. They made this whole thing, for him, and they did all this stuff. I don't know. I just think when's he gonna write it? I don't know. I would if he announced that he was writing like some episodes or he had a co-writer suddenly because he was too busy, I'd be like, great, like that's the right way. Right? He's been doing this show, Peacemaker. Wrote all the episodes for that.
But Peacemaker and Superman are done. We don't know what his next project is, so he could.
He said he's gonna figure it out this month, and he said it's between 4 things, and I wonder if Creature Commandos is one of those 4 things, or if it's just like a B thing. He's like, no matter what, I'm gonna write it, but there are other 4 things, and I think one of the 4 things is obviously Superman 2. Like obviously, that's one of the things he's looking at. But
maybe Superman 2, probably Brave and the Bold. Maybe
I heard that too. Yeah, that he.
I hope Brave and the Bold is like That's,
I would be
that's
okay with that.
after Superman. That's gonna be top priority. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it really has to.
Can we get that movie before the Batman 2, please?
Batman 2 is 2027. So
Yeah.
Can we get it?
They have 2 years.
26?
And they don't know. They just have like a mere idea of what they're doing for this movie. They don't have like a real pitch.
Yeah, did you hear Andy Muschietti, the director, was like, I haven't talked to James about that thing since he started shooting Superman, which was like a year ago.
Yeah.
So, LA's about to burn to the ground, so we might see some delays on stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's genuinely. I know a couple people in LA, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
So
It's
Prayers to everyone out there. Hope
Uh,
everyone's safe.
My older brother is probably going to be going to the next wave of firefighters sent down to to help out.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's tragic.
But,
Yeah.
anyway, screw Andy Muschietti. I think he needs to get fired because clearly he doesn't give a shit about this movie.
Yeah.
Frankly, in my opinion, how do you give someone a Batman movie and they just don't think about it for a year? Are you like? Come on, that should be the most exciting opportunity of your life. Like, come on now. I don't know. Fire him. Get him out of here. I like Andy Muschietti, but come on. Like, I don't think he's lost the right to make this
didn't
thing.
he
Like,
direct The Flash?
he did, yeah.
There's
but he
no business making this movie. I'm sorry.
He also made the It movies, which are pretty good. They're pretty good, but
I mean, the first
He had
one's
his
good, the
chance of
second
3
one's
Batmans
okay.
in one movie, so
yes,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think he was the guy.
I think his
Yeah.
Batman quota.
you're not
has
that guy,
been
Pat. Brayden, you're
expended.
good. You're good now.
You're not that
Right
guy.
on!
You're not that guy.
I'm back.
All right.
That was a long
You guys
time.
have a good talk.
Yeah, Cersei comes back and she makes out with Rick Flag.
Who?
Nothing.
Who are these people?
Shut up.
I've seen 2 episodes.
Skeleton Crew.
I watched that.
We got one more episode left.
Dude.
We got the penultimate episode.
Dude.
Never have I-
Expectations submitted.
It's been a long time since I've been like, you've got to be fucking kidding me when they ended the episode.
Yeah, that's
Holy
what I
shit.
felt too.
The last couple episodes have been like that. Like,
Yeah.
like, since,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
Oh my
been
God.
getting more what the fuck.
This
after.
was the one that like I audibly like stood up and I was like, "There's no," because I knew this episode was short. I was watching, it's like only 30 something minutes. I was like, "Okay, all right, let's see what they got." And then I was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding!" I was so invested. This show is really good. It is
Dude.
like,
Dude,
well, let me just say.
let me just
Dude.
say,
Oh, I'm
I know
sorry.
what he's doing. That sucks.
This made me
I'm
really
sorry.
fucking sad because I'm like, oh man, I can't wait for him to have a moment. Yeah, he had a fucking moment.
Yeah, he gets shot like a dog.
Yeah. Put him down like Owen Yeller. He's still cool.
Dude, you can't trust Star Wars characters, bro. You
No, I can't. And this is exactly.
You
I
can't.
fell into that, but I'm like, oh, he's such a great design, though.
I know he's so cool, but it's
Probably
clear who the real villain has showed.
Dude.
Yeah,
Now, it's like-
I don't know if Jod's gonna be having any sort of redemption moment, like I suspect.
No,
I
I don't
hope
think so either.
He's
I
just
think
kind of a fucking. He's just kind of a scumbag.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind of crazy how they trick you like that.
I think
Wow.
he's.
Well, because
Very Treasure Island.
like,
you know.
well, like the rough around the edges, like scoundrel to heart of gold hero is quintessential Star Wars. That's Han Solo. That you know, so like it's to be expected, especially in a kids show. No,
Dude.
he's just a bastard.
Dude, okay. Let me tell you, man. I'm just gonna say it. John Watts nails the villain every fucking time. Every villain he nails every single time. His main villain kicks ass, and I'm so happy about it. Like, oh my god, he Vulture, Mysterio, and then Green Goblin, and now it's John, which is a weird. I never thought I'd say those 4 characters in the same thing.
God.
But
John Denarwood.
and you want to know what's great is that Jod is, or whatever, Captain Silva or whatever, is he's not like an evil one-dimensional. He's not one-dimensional either, which I think is really cool. Like when he scolds the children for being privileged and upper class, and they've never had to suffer in their lives once, and he's talking to his crew about how they've always, like, he's genuinely got dimension and motivation. He's not just like, oh, he's a bad guy now and he's evil. Like, legitimately, he's a three-dimensional character, which I think is so cool. I'm so happy about that. And clearly, he's got some Jedi backstory of some extent, of some kind. So, look at that cat. Look at that cat.
Look at that cat.
Look at him.
He's
Look
got
at
something.
Went to that too and didn't shy away from it. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
as far as we know.
When he finally gets into the vault and he picks off one of the dataries,
Yep.
and then it just starts flowing, and he's just losing his goddamn
happy.
mind.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Dude,
Such
also,
an
by the way,
excellent performance.
Right, dude, he's so good. Oh my god, he's so good.
He's
I will say,
perfect.
that trope of CGI coins falling on people I hate because that shit would hurt so much. It would hurt so damn much. It would be so annoying. That would give you a headache. And every time I see it, I'm like,
But he's so happy. He's never
Yes,
seen that much
These are
money in
like
his life.
tiny. They wouldn't hurt.
I don't know, man. If I dropped 300 pennies on your head, I think you'd get really fucking annoying.
No, but it's
after
like a
while.
slow trickle. It wouldn't hurt. It would just be like,
What?
and he's also like actively losing his mind.
That's true. He is going great.
Involved.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
they say they
gave
have
us.
1,000 vaults.
Remember last episode when I was like, man, they gave us a treasure room scene. How cool is that? They gave us another treasure room scene. They gave us
Gave
two.
you
one
the
more.
treasure room scene, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there will be a bigger one.
It was so cool to actually see the planet and how it functions and how they have that like scary like force field. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
go to the
that
middle
was
of
the
it.
planet, but apparently it's
Yeah.
a fucking huge ass storm, and the planet's tiny
Yeah.
inside of it.
That's awesome. I
That
fucking
was
Yeah.
so cool.
It's
Yeah.
so cool how little they show you. It's so cool also because you're following the kid's perspective, so it makes sense narratively. It never feels out of place, but they really give you very little about Atten, and then it's so cool to see it slowly like get revealed how it functions and looks and works.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, and
I don't know.
apparently there was no like mystery to the parents. Like they know everything about the planet.
yeah,
They're like, yeah,
Yep.
you guys weren't supposed to know this till you graduate.
yep, yeah, dude.
Interesting.
It's so it's so well done, and then I love it also retroactively. Like I love how when we first saw the show, we're like, this planet doesn't look like Star Wars. Why is it so nice? This doesn't feel anything. This place is like a nice, American suburbia. What's going on? Why is it?
Yeah.
This is, and then that's what every other character in the universe is saying too. They're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? This place is odd. This is nothing like anywhere we've ever been before.
Yeah.
It's real. It's so cool. It's so
Very curious to see how
also
everything
one of the
wraps
best
up.
pirate pieces of media in a while as well.
Mhm.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Judd, Smee will probably be rebuilt in the end, but if that's how he dies, great death.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I fucking love when she's like, whatever your thing.
Yeah,
And he's
unclaims
like,
he's your claim.
That's not
Yeah.
how it works. I love when the robot's like, good enough for me. Like,
Yeah,
like,
it's
he's
not what
growing.
works for me.
Yes, yeah, because
That's
he's
all you
grown
needed.
to like the kids now, so he's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. It's so
That was pretty sad. I was like, he might not come back.
I did say I was like, no 33 guys.
No.
But yeah, it was a no
Probably be
moment.
fine.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
'Cause
I, was,
his
I
head-
think
it's
he's
not
too
like his head was
iconic.
cut in half or anything.
I think he's too iconic to not come back. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
like
I could
he's such
see-
a yeah.
I could see KB like rebuilding him at the very end or something.
Oh my god, sorry, I wasn't here last week, but that KB episode was awesome, dude. Oh my god,
yes, it
it
was.
so. Oh my god, the
Just a
character
good show.
development.
They've had one episode that was lame, and the ending was good. So it's like we really have been spoiled with this show. Like it feels so nice. I haven't.
I thought it was
I didn't
only
wa-
7 episodes, so when this ended, I was like,
That would have been sucked. That would have been the biggest middle finger
Yeah.
ever.
What an ending
Like,
that
it's
would
all-
be! Like we'll just have to wait forever to
season
find
2.
out what happens to these children.
Yeah,
apparently it's not getting very good viewership though. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah,
It's not-
that's fair. I
that would
makes
be
me
like
sad.
that
'Cause
would
it's
be
like-
like an Arcane season 1 ending right there.
They said that they've wanted they got plans for a season 2, and the kids would age like in real time, and that sounds really cool to me. And if we don't get it, I'm gonna be really sad because this is really good.
So, what's the consensus? Do you think Jod's gonna die? Do you think he's gonna get like arrested? Do you think he's gonna get redeemed? What do you think?
I think he might have a really cartoonish, like over the top death where like something, he like gets crushed by gold or some shit. I don't know.
I think
Hard to say.
I
I don't
think
watch
they've
enough
put
pirate stuff.
I think they've put too much time into him this season to kill him without going. He's definitely the villain, but he hasn't gone maniacal supervillain. You know, like he hasn't like murdered a kid or murdered their parents yet or anything. He's done a lot of threatening stuff. If he went full crazy supervillain like Mysterio did, I would have been like, he's probably gonna die. But he hasn't quite gotten that crazy yet. And they put so much time into him, and also he clearly has more to his backstory that we haven't seen yet. You know, so I don't think he's gonna get a redemption. I think he will get arrested, but I think that he will get arrested. But I do think there will be like I wouldn't be surprised if there was a moment between him and the girl. I forgot her name, Captain Fern. Fern, right? Her name's Fern. A moment between where he's getting arrested and him and Fern, and he says something like, "You got one over on me, nice job, kid," or something like that. Like a little like he's not going to get a redemption arc, but there's like a respect or like something there because that's very Treasure Island. Sorry, which this is based on Treasure Island. That's super Treasure Island where the guy betrays them, but he kind of has like a respect. Yeah, like yes,
That'll be like set up for a second season, possibly, if you know.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's very Treasure Island.
Yeah, that would be my theory.
Okay.
But I don't think he's going to get a redemption. I just think he's going to have like the Treasure Island thing is like it's also in Treasure Planet. It's like this they're an enemy, but there's like this relationship there, like a respect or something there. You know, so yeah.
I just hope I don't drop the ball.
Yeah, I think Wim will probably get hold of that lightsaber at some point and will redeem himself for his blunder.
Being a goofy.
Yeah, and I don't know what's I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Jod.
You know what would be cool? I just got a thought. You inspired me, Tyler. If Wim gets a lightsaber and somehow like Jod is holding on to something or gonna hurt someone, and Wim cuts off his hand, and then Jod can get a actual fucking robot hook hand going into the season. You know, I feel like they would do that. I can picture that.
It cuts his eyeball out.
It's not gonna happen, but I was thinking about it. It was like a shower thought, and I was like, if any parent was gonna die, I think it would be Wim's dad.
He's the only one. But then he's an orphan.
Yeah,
who's he gonna live with?
Orphan. But then, like, maybe he goes to space with Smee.
Yeah, or maybe maybe the New Republic actually shows up because they clearly have a relationship with that Atten, and maybe he decides to leave with them.
No, the New Republic does not.
No, they do because there's a New Republic ambassador they talk about.
They say Republic ambassador. Then they make Old Republic dataries. They've been cut off from the universe since the Old Republic.
I thought.
No, yeah.
We talked really about confusing
this early in it because me and Lay thought they said New Republic, and I checked, and nope, it's just Republic. And then everyone else refers to it as Old Republic currency.
Okay, yeah, there's too many republics. Okay.
Yeah.
So they think it's an Old Republic ambassador.
Old Republic, High Republic, Galactic Republic, New Republic.
Yeah.
Too
many republics.
Well, either way, if someone was going to leave with if somehow the New Republic get involved, I could see it would be him if his dad.
I mean, they'd want to get involved. They would be interested in this kind of shit.
But if his dad died at the hands of Jod, then Jod is super fucking evil. There's no
absolutely.
There's no like charming villain thing going on there.
He's just a bastard at that point. Hard to say. I mean, they could. I could see them doing what. Like, I could see him dying. I could see him being not redeemed, but like what Thatch said, I could totally see either way. Either way, I'm very excited, like really excited. Which I haven't. It's just a good feeling, right? To be excited for a show, it's awesome. It like, oh man, it's so good. It's so good.
My question is, and they're not shying away from it because Wim clearly is sad to go back to his status quo. The other ones are excited, but he's sad. And also they have been on this grand adventure, and the show's really acknowledging how that adventure is really good for them in a lot of ways. They've learned to understand each other better. My thought is, are they going to return to their status quo, or are they going to like sail off to a new adventure or something at the end of this.
Well,
you know, like
so I will say, Wim is sad to return up until the message. They hear the message, and then he's all like, "Hey, fuck these guys! I want to get to my dad."
right.
Once he sees his dad, he's very happy.
You're right, but I don't know if that means. I don't think that means he's like excited to go. I feel like he's like.
Well,
I feel like there's still that piece of him that wants to go and be something more.
But I think he understands now that like his dad does need him.
I think they're gonna keep the status quo for a bit until like another season, and that's when they have another adventure.
I think their status quo will probably be like now they're all friends and they've got Smee as well.
Yeah.
Atten blows up
and, like,
at the end.
The ship will be their like secret base or something.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. They can go on more adventures. It's kind of hard because this is
that's true. It's
it's really hard to get.
It's very classic pirate.
Either way, either
to sail off to a new adventure. That's so classic, like piratey. You know.
Yeah.
So
this is also super Treasure Island, right? And is there like a sequel to it? Not really, right?
No. Well, you don't need a sequel to send off, like, yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying, what do you adapt season 2 off of? You know, what is that? If you're not going to do Treasure,
you don't have to adapt anything. You could just tell.
No, I know, but
you use different pieces of that mythology. There's pieces of the mythology they haven't used. You know, you inspire it different things.
Or you just be fucking creative. And tell an actual story originally.
They could try to do some sort of like ghost ship
brain,
or something.
I'm not making it.
Use your brain.
I didn't make it.
Oh, by the way, I know this is the last episode, but I liked the little crabs. Those guys were awesome.
Jonathan Watts. I didn't even know they were stop motion until these guys pointed out.
No,
I don't think the little crabs are, but the big crab is stop motion.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
It looked awesome. It was really cool. I know the studio that did that, and the rigging on that is insane. Every single leg has a little winder on it that like lifts it individually. It's like an insane contraption on top of it. I thought it looked awesome. I think they did a really good job in stop motion. It's like either it looks really smooth and it doesn't look like the generic pop culture, like, oh, it's all jittery, or it looks jittery and it doesn't look smooth. There's like no in between. And I thought they did a good job at intentionally making the thing like rickety, which wasn't an accident. They totally intentionally animated it to look not like stop motion, but like it had all this metal on it, and it was like clearly like this old like crab, like, and I feel like it could have easily slid into looking unintentional. Like that ricketiness could have looked like, oh, it's stop motion, so of course it looks rickety. And I think they did a good job at it looked intentional, so that was good.
It fooled me because I'm stupid, so you know, I was also, I mean, to be fair, I think I watched the episode on my phone, so I was kind of like,
stop motion doesn't. If they did stop motion with the modern style technology and they did special effects for it, you would not be able to tell 90% of the time. Yeah. Like I guarantee you, it has the capability of looking that smooth. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Skeleton Crew is good. I don't have I know I keep repeating the same thing, but it's hard to find anything to specifically talk about because it's just all so good, you know? Like it just feels...
I want more. I like pirate shit so much, and it's so piratey, and I want more.
It's so piratey.
It's a good show, man. It's just a good show.
One of the fucking bad guy bandits from the other crew has just a sword, like a pirate sword. He just has he doesn't have a gun or a blaster or a lightsaber. He has a fucking sword.
Oh yeah,
which is awesome.
Gotta hold on to that.
Yeah,
use that.
It's got like a machete. The guy who goes out into the storm and gets blown up is the one who wanted like a farm, and so that's he's never getting his farm.
He doesn't get his farm anymore. You know what? That's sad.
You look great, by the way.
Yeah,
it was a great character.
Is that it?
All right, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Once this, we're not gonna have Creature Commandos to talk about next week. Once this show's over.
Oh wow.
What's the next show?
I don't know what the next show is actually.
And that we're watching, I don't think.
Spider-Man.
I think it's Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
And I'm gonna be the only one watching.
No,
I'm gonna give it a shot. Aiden's gonna definitely
I'm gonna
watch
be the only one watching all the way through.
I will
Yeah,
watch
Aiden's
it if
gonna
you
watch
guys.
all of it.
Aiden will
It's
watch
only
it.
like
Aiden
10
will watch it.
episodes.
I'll watch the first episode. If it's not my jam, then I'll just hop off. That's
I'm
kinda-
watching. Yeah, I'm watching all 10. Hell yeah.
I'm watching all
I already know it's.
Why the fuck would I not?
Yeah. But Ty's
I'm
gonna
watch-
force himself to watch every episode and get pissed off every week for the sake of the podcast. He's gonna be like, "This sucks."
It's gonna be
And
weird
he's gonna
because
be
the first
like, "I love that
episode,
reference."
all anyone's going to talk about the first episode is how it diverges from Civil War, and that's 90% of the conversation that's going to be happening around it. So I'm more interested in the conversation after that when it's actually about the show, because they have doubled down on the fact that they've said there's a specific moment. They literally said the events of Civil War happened, and then there's a specific moment, and then it changes, and that's where our timeline is. So there's going to be a specific change that will lead to Norman Osborn recruiting him. And I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say it because they've been hiding it. So
I thought the
yeah.
specific moment was Norman Osborn.
Just think about who you haven't seen in the show and why haven't they been there if Civil War happened and all that.
Oh,
You know,
Iron Man dies. Oh my god.
Zombie Iron Man.
Zombie. He comes in, he goes,
This is
brains.
zombie. This is the prequel to the Marvel
Zombie
Zombies
timeline?
episode.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's isolated. It's like 28 days later where they only live in one region.
28 years later, you idiot.
Sorry. Is that same
No,
world?
That's the
I
new
don't.
one. Yeah, that's the new one.
No, that's what he's talking. He's talking about the new one though.
Yeah.
Do they
What
not
the
exist in
fuck,
one region
Brayden?
in the first one too?
No, they don't. They exist everywhere.
No.
Wait, so sorry. That movie has they've solved the problem and they put all the zombies in one place.
I don't think it's that simple, but it's kind
It's stupid.
one. The reason they said that is because I think they're trying to do a commentary on Brexit or something like that, and so I think that's why they did that.
No, Brandon.
Real Brexit geezer.
We're day of a life for true Brexit geezer. All right, we should.
All
Have this
right,
shit.
it's over. It's over.
Hi guys.
It's done. All right, goodbye. Fare thee well.
love ya.